There is a YouTube channel that is a complete secret from a whole lot of people, and you're actually watching it right now. My YouTube channel is a secret from my entire family. My family doesn't know I'm a YouTuber at all. They have no idea that I do YouTube and have been doing YouTube since 2010, since I was like 8 years old. And it's even more crazy because I live with them. I live with my family, and I'm a YouTuber at the same time. So in this video, I want to give an update to the situation, my plans for the future, like if I'm ever going to tell them, and why I have to keep it a secret. So let's jump into it. So the main reason I don't tell my family that I'm a YouTuber is because I'm not allowed to have social media. Look, I'm an adult, so I am allowed to have social media, but growing up, you know, the rules was like social media bad. You can't trust anyone online, ever. Never show anything about your life online. And you know, I've been pretty safe about sharing a lot of personal information. I haven't shown you guys my credit card information, stuff like that. We were always raised with like privacy mindset, never trust anyone, even strangers, like ever. Never talk to anyone ever. That was like what we were raised being told. And so same with online stuff. You're never allowed social media. You're not allowed, like, you know, even Instagram, a private Instagram account, that's even too much. You know, even though you're probably just talking to your friends. Or gaming on a Minecraft server, too much. But there was a lot of stuff that like my family just wasn't aware that I was doing, especially YouTube. Now, of course, I have social media now. I'm posting to YouTube, and that's because I'm an adult. I'm allowed to do it. But I still live with my family, so I can't exactly tell them I do YouTube because it's their house, you know? It's their rules. If I were to tell them that I do YouTube, I'd probably get kicked out of the house. And you know, it's pretty nice living at home. So I would rather that not happen. And I don't know, like maybe I'll get disowned by certain family members. I'd rather not that happen because I still love my family. But yeah, that's the main reason. Like I can't show anything because it's just the rules here, you know? You have to be super private. You can't even share your first name online. Like, yeah, I guess certain things, obviously you don't share online, but like limiting your entire life from being online is crazy. I've actually been told by family that they wish we could go back into the good old days where banking was done in person with paper. That takes forever, dude. So that's why, first off, I have to keep my channel a secret. That's the main reason. So that's the situation I'm dealing with. But obviously, I've been posting on Timeworks for years and years. I've made over 3,500 videos. So how can I do that while living with a family that doesn't know like what I'm doing? And the first answer is filming when nobody knows. So I film way late into the night or when people aren't home. And right now it's the daytime and people are not home. I'm at home alone right now, so I can film a YouTube video. And so that's what I'm doing right now. But so many videos on my channel, you can obviously see I'm filming way late into the night. I filmed at like 4 a.m. before. It gets crazy. Sometimes though, I do film when people are home, and it's because I gotta get a video out some days. So I just tell my family that, yeah, I'm at work right now. I'm on a Zoom call, and that's why you can hear my voice through the door, because I think my door muffles my voice just enough that people won't hear. So that's how I actually film videos. And then of course, editing videos, you don't need like anything crazy. You just keep your door closed and locked, and people won't know what you're doing on your computer. You know, you could be doing anything. But for me, it's just editing videos. So it's very cool that I could just do it all online like this at a computer, and it helps keep it secret. So then people ask me like, okay, what does your family think you do as a job? And it's pretty awkward because every now and then I'll get asked like, Nick, what did you do at work today? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know. I just did some editing, some image editing. Because that is the fake job that I have. I tell my family that I do Photoshop as a job, Photoshop work. Like I edit advertisements, ads through like an ad agency. I'm just like the graphic designer, I guess, which, you know, is kind of technically true because all the thumbnails in all my videos are like ads. You know, it's like a thumbnail is an advertisement to help you click on, to get people to click on a video. So it's kind of true, right? But yeah, it's pretty awkward because like I don't do Photoshop ads as a job. So, you know, every Thanksgiving or family meetup, like Christmas or something, people are always like, oh, so how's work? And I'm just like, good. Like, I don't know, man. Luckily though, both Photoshop work and YouTube, like people in my family would not know what the heck I'm talking about. Like editing videos, like how does that work? Like, yeah, family, I took a adjustment layer here, put a text file on that, and a nice film dissolve over it. You know what I'm talking about, right? So they don't really question it too much. It's just like, oh, he does computer stuff. Like, yeah, that's all I do. Oh man. There's also like, I hate going to like little cousins' birthday parties because I don't know if their classmates are gonna notice who I am. one of my friends is a teacher and his students know about me. So I'm like, oh shoot, I hope these kids don't recognize me. It's very rare that I get recognized in public. It's only happened like a handful of times, but they know not to like approach my family and be like, "You're Timeworks, right?" You know, you guys have been good about that, so thank you very much for that. Like, damn, you guys have saved me. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I have a secret job. It kind of feels like alter ego in a way, that I'm a secret YouTuber, but it's not just my job that I gotta keep secret. It's like physical things like in my room, play buttons. I'm very happy to have YouTube play buttons, and I like celebrating my success. Of course, I think everyone should do that. So I keep them on the wall, and it does kind of get annoying because every time someone in my family has to come in my room, I have to take it off the wall. Luckily, they don't want to come in here too much, just because like I never let them in. But if they gotta come in here, they gotta talk to me or something, then okay, I'll be like, okay, my room's dirty, I just want to clean it up a little bit, or I'm getting changed. Like I say something like that, but really what I'm doing is I'm going around the room and taking all these YouTube awards off the wall and putting it like in my closet or under my pillows or something, just so it's completely secret. And it's kind of annoying because I hate having to take it down and put it back up. This is what it looks like with all the play buttons on the wall. So I have my main one and the painting I take off and my logo. This shelf has 3 play buttons on it, and then there's a play button over here, and then a YouTube letter award right there. So that's 7 things I try to take off in as little time as possible. This is how fast I could put the play buttons away. This is what I do every time. So someone knocks on the door, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm getting changed. Just wait a second. And then this is what I do. I grab a bunch right away. So here we go. Boom. There's none. Except for this. This one, I just do that too. So all the awards, all the YouTube, anything, is just off the wall now. The wall does look really weird and empty now, but I never get questioned for it. And yeah, it's a big gap in the shelf, but whatever, man. I've weirdly, though, never been questioned about this. 5 monitors, big computer, a camera, 2 filming lights, 2 studio YouTuber lights, and then like a microphone. Never been questioned about that. I don't know why. Like, do they not think about that? I've been on like video calls with my friends and they've seen me do it and they're like, damn bro, that's crazy you have to do that. Like, I don't know, it's just part of my normal life. I'd say I do it like twice a month. People don't really come in here too much. But definitely, like when I went to Japan with my friends, I took off all the play buttons from my walls and I like hid them in my trunk and I locked it just so that if my family comes in here, just there's nothing that they could see that's suspicious, Play buttons, just getting them in the mail is so tricky because if my family sees the boxes, it has a YouTube logo straight up on the box. Or some sponsorships that I've done, sometimes they ship huge boxes and it says Timeworks on it. Like, maybe can we put like a code name or something? But no, they just ship it like that. So I have to, so the day I know it's gonna arrive, I have to camp the tracking thing. And when it's the day that I know it's gonna arrive, I just stay at the gate and wait for the package to arrive, because if anyone else got the awards, like it says Society Awards on the boxes sometimes, or yeah, this is for Timeworks, like it would be so bad, especially the play button boxes. So I can't let anyone else get those packages. It's happened a bunch of times, but I've always been successful at doing it, so thank God. You just gotta play it smart. I think I've thought of everything. I don't think there's anything I haven't thought of to make people like suspect that I do YouTube as a living. Also, sad thing though, I can't wear my own merch, which kind of sucks because I like wearing my logo. So what I do when I film videos sometimes is I'll put on like a Timeworks t-shirt, but I have to take it off when I leave my room. So I only really wear them when I'm filming. It kind of sucks. Sometimes I'll leave it on and like maybe Amazon's here, like, okay, I have to go get the door. So I'll put on like a hoodie and it feels like I'm wearing like a Spider-Man suit underneath my hoodie. I don't know, it's kind of funny actually, now that I think of it, that I have to do this stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. But hey, I still make videos like every other day, despite having all of this to deal with. Anyways, going back to the topic of like going out with friends on vacation, that is a lie that I've had to use a lot. So last year in December, Mr. Beast invited me out to LA, and I had to tell my family something. Like, I'm going to LA all of a sudden to meet Mr. Beast. I didn't tell him any of that. What I actually told them was I'm going to LA with my friends. But secretly, I just went alone. I went alone to LA, but my family didn't know that. And I don't really like lying about that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to miss out on opportunities like that. But that's the story I told my family. I went to LA with my friends. My friends went along. But really, I was going to meet like a bunch of YouTubers. I think I've gotten good at like thinking of clever excuses like that. Like, yeah, I'm just going to LA randomly with my friends. If you know me, I kind of do weird things anyways. Like a spontaneous LA trip isn't out of the norm for me. So I guess they're just used to that. They didn't know that it was like a YouTube collaboration thing that I was doing. There's a whole lot of other stuff that I do. Like when I want to film outside, like I'll just tell my family, oh, it's just home movies, or my friend Cynical Dude is for a short film or something that he's working on, which he actually does make short films. He's a director. So it is a really good cover story, and I just use what I got to make it sound the most believable, and it usually works out. So even though I have all these like precautions and things to cover up my YouTube identity, there have still been some things that have slipped through the cracks. So one thing that I thought of was to block my Timeworks Facebook page in all of Canada so that my family doesn't see it. Because out of the ones who do use social media, it's only Facebook, like boomers, you know, but I can't risk them seeing it and telling other people in the family who are like 100% opposed to any social media. Like if you're in Canada and you go to my Facebook page, it just doesn't exist. You can't see it. And it's unfortunate because I tried to just block certain family members, but I couldn't find a way to do that. But some apps like TikTok are so annoying because TikTok synced contacts without my permission. I kept putting no, but they did it anyway. And then one of my aunts found out like, yeah, you have this Timeworks Studios page? What is that? And I was like, oh my God. Luckily, she was actually chill with it. You know, there's certain people in my family that know about it. It's very limited. But certain people know, like my brother. But it's like, damn, sometimes these things slip through the cracks, or like someone will even get recommended a video. Like another aunt of mine was going to Japan and they got recommended a short by me, and they're like, hang on, what is this? And then there was a whole thing. They came to me and they were like, I know your secret. And I was like, oh, this better not be about Timeworks. Luckily, the people who have found out are tech savvy enough to know, like, you know, it's just YouTube. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, sometimes things slip through the cracks and it sucks. But I am going to tell my family eventually, especially like my current goal is when I reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I think that's enough to convince my family, like, look, I'm actually super successful at this. This is a real job. It's safe. I'm a YouTuber. Just deal with it. So at 1 million subscribers, we're gonna get there. So I don't know, if you haven't subscribed already, please click subscribe so we can get there sooner. I'm pretty excited to tell them, but I'm also nervous, you know, like I don't know how it's gonna go down. Like the worst case, you know, worst case Ontario, I would move out. I would never stop doing YouTube because I love YouTube so much. So YouTube always comes first. I mean, I love my family, but like YouTube is my passion. That's what I'm here for, right? Sometimes if I don't post a lot, you know, maybe it's like family issues. Like I wasn't able to get a video out, too much family was over. Like sometimes that happens, but usually it's always pretty good. But yeah, a lot goes behind the scenes that you guys don't really know about. So I wanted to make an updated video here because no, I haven't told my family yet. That's at 1 million. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. Click subscribe to get me to 1 million and fly on.